Hey guys, John here. Welcome back to another video. In this one, we are taking the final drive with the Carven Exhaust system. I have a new one in my garage from another company to try out for you guys. But in this video, I just want to take one last final drive and give you guys all my pros and cons if you're still interested in this exhaust system. All right, so leaving Home Depot on a Saturday just to get some around town stuff for you guys if you haven't seen any of the previous videos. But I did a road trip video with this exhaust explaining at certain RPMs it did get a little bit annoying, especially at 10 o'clock at night too. I mean, driving the vehicle, and with this Tundra having a 10-speed transmission, it kind of wants to hang around at 2,000 to 2,100 RPMs too, but we'll just accelerate a little bit. And the exhaust is loud. That's with the window down. The exhaust is loud like when you want it to be, but then quiet when not, right? And if you're looking for a more quiet exhaust system, then Carven is not for you, because Carven Exhaust prides themselves on being loud and being different. This exhaust is definitely loud. This Tundra is not a V8 anymore, right? It's a V6. Some people don't like it sounding like a little race car. I've had this exhaust on for 2 months. It's been on the Tundra for 2 months. The only complaint that I honestly have is at 2,000 to 2,100 RPMs, it drones like crazy. And we can hear it just a little bit right now. I'm at 1,300 RPM. And it's just slightly there, but that's with no music going. I'm going only 35 miles an hour, so there's very little wind noise in this truck. No road noise from the tires. So, I mean, yeah, the exhaust is loud. If you're out in the desert or driving the vehicle around where you need to hear the RPMs, if you're like manually shifting it and stuff, then yeah, this exhaust, I definitely see its place if you're building your truck up to be like a Baja pre-runner kind of a thing out of your truck, especially like the West Coast dudes. This exhaust would be probably popular out there, except for California, because you can't have aftermarket exhaust, right? But in the 2 months that I've had this exhaust on the Tundra, I've honestly have like really come to enjoy it. The next exhaust that we're putting on this truck, not gonna be as loud. It's definitely a more refined system than this, like, so it's definitely gonna be more refined than this. And I may miss the wide open throttle of this exhaust, because this exhaust at wide open throttle, it sounds honestly mean. Even though that this is a V6 truck, it sounds very good at wide open throttle. But the next exhaust that I'm getting, they really tuned it in a way where the exhaust has, I don't know, we're gonna have to hear it, but they made it to give you more performance. It's better airflow and everything, like exhausts are supposed to do. But at the same time, they specifically tuned it to where it's not gonna be drony, because the owner wanted to test it out on his truck and towing and stuff. So that's the worst thing with exhaust. Like this exhaust, if you were to put it on a boat or something, like this exhaust, if you were to put it on your truck and tow a boat or a trailer, camper, anything like that, do a bunch of road trips and stuff, you may honestly start to get a little bit annoyed with it, with just how much, not that the truck shifts, but since it is a 10-speed transmission, just how much the truck sits at 2,000 RPM sometimes on the highway, or like shifting in and out of gears. So the next exhaust that I'm putting on this truck, it's not supposed to drone. Obviously, any sort of aftermarket stuff is gonna be a little bit louder than stock. You may have a little bit of a drone, but that's the reason why I'm excited for the next exhaust system, and also to still hear the turbos. Because if you're gonna get rid of the V8 in the Tundra and replace it with a twin turbo setup, I want to at least hear the turbos. With this exhaust system, like, I can hear the turbos come on, but when you really start to accelerate, you just hear exhaust with this one. That is what I liked about the stock setup with the Tundra, was you just give it a little bit of throttle and you hear the turbo start to spool up. I enjoy hearing turbo noise. 2 months with the Carven Exhaust on the Tundra. I really liked it. Startup was great. Idle is great. Wide open throttle is great. Drone at 2,000 to 2,100 RPMs. Not ideal. It's not the best, but for me, it's not a deal breaker. If I was towing with this truck, if I was road tripping a lot more with this truck, like in hilly environments and stuff, probably wouldn't recommend it personally. But aside from that, man, it's been a pretty good 2 months, and like I haven't avoided driving this truck because of the exhaust, if that makes sense. So just wanted to put this quick little update video out there, guys, before I put the new exhaust on this weekend, just to give you guys my final thoughts on the Carven exhaust system for the 2022 and up Toyota Tundra. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. See you later.